So that was a pretty cute frog. Hey, by the way, it's 6:40 in the morning, and so technically it's not really Wednesday, but that's okay. It doesn't bother me. You might be able to tell that I did get my eyebrows waxed. Wasn't super happy with the way she did them, but it's better than they were before. I think they're a bit uneven, but that's the way waxes are. They can never seem to get things right. But yeah, like I said, better than before. So, what have I been doing today? I woke up rather late. I think at about 3 or 4, hence the reason I'm up at 6. 10 to 7 it is in the morning. Kind of sucks because tomorrow, or today technically, is Elisa's first day off in her week off from uni. I wanted to hang out with her, but I'll probably be sleeping for a lot of the day, so that really sucks. But hopefully I can just get a few hours of sleep and wake up and just correct my sleeping pattern. I haven't actually, I don't think, read any of A Million Little Pieces today, but what I am reading is, if you're Australian you'll know who this woman is. If you're not Australian you probably won't. I'm reading Chappelle Corby's book. If you're not Australian, she was convicted of smuggling 4.2 or 4.3 kilos of, I was about to say heroin, of weed into Bali in her boogie board bag. I don't know what you call that in other countries. But yeah, so she was convicted of that. It's a really crazy case. Like, reading the book, it's so scary because just the stuff she writes, oh my god. I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown. So she was going over there for her sister's 30th birthday because her sister lives over there, and they got to customs and they were checking bags. Her brother had her bag, her boogie board bag, and the customs guy asked her brother if that was his, and she's like, no, it's mine. She lifted it up on the counter and she opened it and she looked inside. I don't know whether or not she saw it, but when she closed it, she said she could smell weed, like a strong smell of weed. And then she like didn't know what was happening, and then what happened after that is none of the customs guys wore gloves, none of the police officers wore gloves, so they pretty much just tampered with the evidence. Yeah, so they fucked that around for her. And then what happened is the Australian airports weigh the luggage, all the luggage together, and the customs officials in Bali didn't weigh all of the luggage to see whether or not it was a discrepancy. I can't explain it properly. Anyway, they asked both of the airports in Australia, she had to go through 2 airports, they asked them for x-ray vision to see if they could see if it was in the bag when she got there, and they asked for CCTV footage to see, because obviously, you know, a 4-kilo bag of weed, you're probably going to notice a difference if it was just the board in the bag. But none of that eventuated. Apparently Cutest contacted her 2 months, that's an airline in Australia, contacted her 2 months after the incident occurred and said there was CCTV footage, but it has been destroyed. Could you imagine how heartbreaking that would be? Like, one of her chances of having evidence, and it was destroyed. And then the judges in her case refused to get the weed tested because apparently you can test the THC, I think that's it, levels and some other stuff to see what the country of origin is, and yeah, but the judges refused that. And then throughout the trial they refused all of her witnesses, I think, and there was a guy in Australia that came forward. He was in prison. He said that he overheard some baggage handlers that were in prison, he overheard them talking about that case. But yeah, so everything was refused and she eventually got 20 years in prison. And then what happened is she appealed and she got it knocked down to 15 years, but then she appealed again and it got raised to 20 years. But yeah, she's getting out fairly soon. This all happened in 2004 and she was granted clemency for 5 years. So there's been news stories recently that she'll be getting out pretty soon. Anyway, that's a long-winded story. But yeah, just the way she writes about the prison, it sounds crazy. It sounds really scary. I don't know how she lives with it. They sleep on a concrete floor, on a thin mattress. Oh my god, it sounds so gross. With a septic tank right in their living area, and it gets full and all the guards are dodgy and they charge the prisoners money to empty the septic tanks, and it's just crazy. So moral of the story is, if you're traveling, try to put locks on your bags. Put locks on your bags, because you never know who's going to slip what into your bag. I'm not saying I think she's innocent. You just never know. But she'd been to Bali many times, and I'm sure she would have known of the implications of smuggling drugs into Bali, so I don't know why she would have done it if she knew that, which kind of leads me to believe she may be innocent. Yeah, it's just really sad. Like, I can't even imagine someone telling me that I'm going to be in some dirty prison for the next 20 years of my life. I'm only 22, so it's practically my whole lifetime over again in a prison. That's crazy. I've almost finished the book in one day. That's how enthralling it is. It's I can't believe it. Anyway, story over. Pretty sad, really. Yeah, what else have I been doing? I uploaded a few videos, but I was too caught up with reading to actually do that many. But that's alright, because I deserve to relax sometimes. What else? I had other things to talk about, but I can't quite remember them at the moment, so I'll tell you soon. So I worked out what it is, or I've known for a while, what it is I don't like about the way this lady waxes my eyebrows. She waxes the top of my eyebrows, and it's very uncommon for waxers to do that. And I feel like what it does, it takes away the natural arch of the eyebrow and then leaves them kind of just straight looking, unless you see me on the side. So I think next time I go there, I might ask her not to do that, because I just looked back at a bit of that clip and they're just like, they're uneven and there's no real arch. At the end of the day, it's just hair, and it's gonna grow back, and I'm sure I'll get used to them. I'm sure they're still a bit swollen as well, so but stop bitching. At least I'm not in a prison and she's been in there for like 9 years now practically. So at least I'm not in a prison that I've been in for 9 years, living near my own shit and bathing in a bucket of dirty water that gives me rashes. I just can't believe it. It's such a horrible book, but at the same time, eye-opening. It's crazy. Anyway, I don't think I have too much more to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed my little footage of the frog. It scared the crap out of me when it came up, because what it did is it hopped over and it like slammed into one of the drain pipes, and I was like, and I kind of saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I thought it was like a mouse, and I was like, shit. And I was like, oh, it's just a frog. The frogs are pretty cute. But every time, like the first couple of times it would hop up, I'd like get really scared and jump. And yeah, it was really cute. Like, it was on the concrete, and it did like a lap of the outdoor area, and went near the dog's drinking bowl, went near the dog's house, and it went under one of the dog's beds, and then eventually just hopped off into the grass. Hope I didn't scare it too much by filming it. I don't think I did. It seemed pretty relaxed, so I really hope I didn't scare it. Anyway, other than that, I'm gonna go, because I should be getting to bed very soon, or otherwise it's gonna be daylight, and that's gonna be horrible. But I hope you enjoyed this short vlog. I'm sorry for all of you Australians that do know about Chappelle Corby, because you've heard this all before, and I'm aware of that. Though I do remember watching her sentencing, which would have been in 2005, so I would have been 14 years old like when I watched that. It's 8 years ago, man, and I remember it. That's crazy. Where would have I been? I would have been in year 9 in high school. And so yeah, I feel so sorry for her. I remember watching it and just like being horrified. It's so sad. Anyway, so sorry to you Australians that already knew about it. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy, in a good mood. Excited for tomorrow if I can actually wake up. hopefully that is the case. But yeah, I hope you're doing well also, and of course I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.